What's the intention and what's going to happen? Targeted individuals tarot. These are collective. Okay, don't be tight. You can get one of these in the winter sale for just 18 quid, guaranteed same day recorded. Okay, because it might not be for you. Algorithm. Right, so what's the intention? Spread 1. What's going to happen? Spread 2. Right, so let's have a look. So just get something clearly in your mind, obviously your situation, and we'll see what comes out. I should say, even if it does resonate, still get a reading, you know what I mean, just to back it up, just to be safe. Right, okay. So we start off with the 3 of Wands in the reverse. Wands fire action. Upright position. This is about going in a new direction. You're the chap there. Turned your back on the past, about to take your first steps out into the great unknown. It's in the reverse position. The intention behind this latest attack is to stop you from pushing forwards. Page of Cups in the reverse. Cups, water, emotions. Court cards can be an energy within ourselves, can be the energy of somebody else around us. Pages are more youthful energy. Don't have the knowledge or experience of the kings and the queens. Don't have the full motion of the night. It's more about giving something a go. This page is about an offer. It's offering the cup. Little tidbits, little breadcrumbs. Okay, it's in the reverse position. I feel like this is the attacker, and I feel like they're kind of trying to breadcrumb you. They're trying to get into your head. I know it's cups, but they're trying to get into your head and affect you emotionally. Okay. 3 of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so upright positions, celebration card. I call it the sister card. It's 3 ladies dancing around with cups in the air. They could be actual sisters, female friends, friends with high feminine energies. Witchcraft terms, talking about coven power 3. Banging outside. This card often talks to me about having cheerleaders and supporters. Now, it's in the reverse position. I feel like you're dealing with a little bit of a coven here, not going to lie to you, or similar. Right, let's continue. Right, lovers. Okay, so the lovers is a beautiful, positive, powerful card. It means bringing in some kind of new love. Now, I always like to put a caveat on the lovers card because then Adam and Eve there, they're naked, right? So it can be lusty, right? Yeah, I'm going that way. Hold fire. High priestess. So the high priestess is one of the divine feminine. She's divine feminine on a more spiritual based level. She's duality, what I preach. Love and light doesn't work. She's connection with spirit. She's intuition, and she's boss bitch energy. Overall outcome card. 6 of Pentacles. Pentacles, earth, money, finance, non-financial wealth. That's what we're investing our time, efforts, and energies in. This card's about balance, equal give and take. So we've got one character there giving the other some coins. We've got the scales in the other hand. Energetic balance. Now, I could be wrong here. I could be wrong, right? So if the lovers isn't love based, then it can talk about fire, passion, excitement because we've got the fire winged angel. Now, I'm going to get the advice cards out in a second, but there's 1 or 2 ways that we can go with this. The first way is that this what's going off has been designed to stop you from pushing forwards. Somebody's giving you little tidbits of this, that, and the other, and then they're pulling back. Okay, and they're working on behalf of a coven. Potentially, they're going to stand in somebody in a kind of lust magic covering, if you want to call it that, under the guise of it being kind of divinely brought in, right? With the idea that you're going to level yourself out emotionally. Obstacles or blockages. Oh, I didn't go through this way, did I? Too keen to get on. The other way we can go is that this isn't an attack and it is actually somebody trying to help you because they can see that you've been stuck. You're stuck from moving forwards. And that you've just received crap offer after crap offer after crap offer, and it's never really come forwards, and it's being manipulated by a coven. So they're coming in this kind of I don't want to say romantic love energy, but this kind of love energy to spark that passion and excitement, and that's going to reconnect you with your intuition and source and bring in some balance. Right, obstacles or blockages. King of Pentacles in the reverse. Pentacles, earth, money, finance, non-financial wealth. King's masculine energy. As always, it's energy, not gender. King of Pentacles in the reverse position. It can be somebody's selfish, greedy, miserly, etc. In this case, I'm going to say it's more to do with the masculine energies in you, and it's if you kind of run off to your man cave and kind of hide away. Removing any blockages. Six of Swords. Swords are where we think words we use. This is about going in a new direction, going on to calmer waters. Now, there is some sorrow attached there, hence why I've got the figure they float with the head down. So it's about kind of going, right, the current situation or the previous situation, it didn't go right for me, but I need to start moving forwards. Yeah, because at the moment it's blocking you. Okay, it's blocking you from pushing forwards. Well, that's what the attempt is. You need to understand there's a lot of people out there who just want to stop you. They don't want to see you succeed. So we need to change the mindset, not run off, keep pushing forwards, being brave. Because the thing is, when you're on a spiritual path, particularly, and if you have a high ranking role within spiritual path, people turn on you left, right, and centre for no apparent reason. People want to stop you. They're so easily manipulated by dark energies, it's unreal. Right, so I'm just going to try to remember that spread in my mind. I might leave that there, actually. I might do this a little bit like a you and them reading. Because, like I say, with it being a bit unclear, I just want I want to cross-reference it, and I know that I'll forget otherwise. Right, so what's actually going to happen? So that was the plan. We're a little bit unsure of the plan. What's actually going to happen? All right, it's going to shuffle. Come here, you bugger. Right, okay. Right, interesting. So, 7 of Wands in the reverse, Wands fire action. This is about standing your ground. You're the chap on top of the hill here fighting off the 6 of the Wands or staves. Now, when it's in the reverse position, it's about backing down. Now, I think at the moment, at least, this might be a good idea. Backing down to something. You're going to back down to something. And then we've got the 10 of Wands, Wands fire action, 10's completion cards. This is a release card. You're the chap there carrying the Bale of Wands back to that village. When he gets back there, he's going to drop it like a sack of SHRT and say, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm out. By doing the release, 2 of Swords in the reverse. Okay, swords are where we think words we use. So you're the lady there, cross swords, decisions, left path, right path, stick or twist. Side note, I've changed the name of the Fork in the Road tarot. We were going to go for 2 choices, 1 decision. It was a bit of a mouthful. And I run through what I wanted on the thumbnail creator on vidIQ. And it came up with, what was it called? Something Fate. I can't remember what it's called. It's always awkward when you don't think of something yourself. Choose Your Fate Tarot. So Fork in the Road moving forwards is going to be called Choose Your Fate Tarot. Just a side note, just because of this. Right, so reverse position, taking the blindfold off, seeing the situation as it really is, and allowing yourself to start moving forwards. Right. Right, justice. Can mean legal justice 9 times out of 10. It doesn't. It means, are we getting the justice that we deserve? Judgment in the reverse. This talks about either internal or external judgment. I've got to go with external judgment. There's going to be some judgment for you kind of leaving something, letting something go, dropping something. Overall outcome card. 2 of Pentacles. Pentacles, earth, money, finance, non-financial wealth. Right, so the only thing that can make sense here is to say that you're going to have a lot of juggling going off. There's going to be a lot going off. Now, if you just keep focused, keep pushing forward, you will be perfectly fine. As I'm holding the cards, it kind of feels like you're going to have a lot of good opportunities coming through. And you're going to be a bit unsure which one to take, but they're going to be good opportunities. Right, obstacles. I don't normally say this. This reading's a gold one. Right, obstacles or blockages. Empress. So the Empress is what we call the Divine Feminine. She's Divine Feminine on a more spiritual, she's not. She's Divine Feminine on a more human-based level. She knows worth and value. She doesn't chase, she attracts. Now, the slightly more negative connotations of the Empress, if you want to call it that, is that because she embodies the Queen of Pentacles, she's kind, caring, loving, devoted. Great qualities, but at the same time, it can indicate people pleasing, doing what other people want. Right, removing any blockages. The Fool. So the Fool's the very first card in the tarot deck. The Fool isn't a fool. The Fool is called a fool because they get their bag, little bumpy dog, and go off wandering. Yeehaw. Starting a brand new cycle. So things are going to pan out perfectly fine. You're going to back down something. You're going to release it. You're going to see the situation as it really is. That's going to activate some justice. Unfortunately, surprise, surprise, other people aren't going to like it. It's probably coming from that 3 of Cups energy. And then, like I say, I can't tell you for why, but I feel like you're going to be presented with some really abundant opportunities, and you're just going to be a bit unsure which way to go from there. What the intention is, right? So what it feels like is that the intention is to stop you, and that's coming from the 3 of Cups. Now, it feels like you might get some divine. No, that can't be an intention, can it? Right, so the intention is to block you, basically. With the Lovers card there, like I say, it's a tough one to... I might pull a clarifier on this. Can we just get a clarifier? Because I can't tell if it's if this is actually somebody helping you on this occasion, or it's a ploy. It's a ruse. Can we get a clarifier, please, on this overall spread? I only pick the jumpers if they fall face up, because otherwise I'm not sure which way to turn them. Don't like risking it. Devil, right, okay, it's a ruse. Devil card. Right, so interesting. Right, so somebody's trying to stop you from pushing forwards. Okay, and they've been coming in with little tidbitty offers just to try and kind of keep you hooked, and then they've pulled it back. They're working for somebody else. They're working for some kind of coven. Now, it feels like what they're wanting you to do is to get happy and excited. Oh, somebody's helping me. This must be divine guidance. And you're going to kind of almost dupe yourself into giving something away, be it energetically, etc., etc. What you're being advised to do here in the 6 of Swords is basically go, oh, it upsets yet another dickhead trying to take me down, but I need to move on from this. So I feel like like I say, you're going to be fine because you're going to let it go. You're going to back down. You're going to let it go. You're going to see the situation as it really is. That's going to activate justice. It is going to cause some judgment, some further judgment. But I feel like you're going to be, like I say, I wouldn't normally go there with this card, but something saying to me you're going to be presented with a lot of good opportunities. So, yeah, anybody who's been pretending to help you, they're a fraud. Okay, they're working for the dark side. Cut it off.